Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Flaws, and in this video we're going to be talking about crosshair placement, the importance of pre-aiming, and what tunnel vision is in Valorant. The first one I want to talk about is crosshair placement, because I feel like crosshair placement's the barrier between lower level games and high level games. So if you're a high level player and you're watching a lower level game, the first thing you're going to notice is crosshair placement and how bad it is at lower level games. It's probably the best thing you can work on to actually rank up. If you're playing at a lower level game, a lot of the times you'll see players in your games that have their crosshairs very low. They're very lazily putting their crosshairs on the screen. When they're clearing corners, they're just whipping their mouse around. They're not even clearing corners with their actual crosshair. So if they're clearing the rotate out right here, they're just peeking it like this. Their crosshair is nowhere to be found. At a little bit higher level games, maybe low diamond, you'll see people that are actually clearing angles out pretty efficiently. Their crosshair is pretty decent. It's not horrible. As they're turning corners, they're overexposing themselves a little bit too much. They might peek into this angle and they're trying to clear out back sight, and then a person rotating and actually just kills them. So it's a lot of it movement that isn't very efficient at a little bit higher level games. Over towards professional level games, you'll see that they're very concise with their movement and where they're pre-aiming with their crosshair before they even peek into an angle. They're going to be at their head no matter what when they're clearing an angle. They already know where the angles are when they're clearing stuff out. You'll see right here they might actually do one of these things where they don't make a footstep but they're clearing fast. There's actually a limit right here. If you hit that limit, then it starts to make a footstep, but if you keep it inside of it, you're a lot faster when peeking and you are silent. So if no one's even in this corner, you don't make a footstep for someone on site to hear. That's just a little thing, but it's something that is very good and probably will get you a couple kills if you're actually trying to just win some more games. But also what they'll do is when they're clearing angles out, they'll stick to the wall like this at the exact same head level as they turn the corner. It's not like they just peek this and then they go, oh, okay, let's peek the whole rest of the site. They're peeking this angle and they're slowly peeking out to the rest of the site. You'll see right there they're jiggling a little bit just to get a little information if they want to basically clear out just a little angle on the site. If they want to clear heaven, their crosshair's already in heaven. If they want to clear the back of the site, their crosshair's already ready to go if someone's sitting there. And they're basically just clearing angles out so perfectly that if anyone's behind it, they have such a huge advantage, because them peeking makes it a lot harder for the defender because they have to hold and then swing with them swinging. But basically, it makes it a lot easier for the person playing. That's why they are professionals. It's no coincidence. And if they're clearing the backside, they already know where the angles are going to be. They're not questioning if someone could be there, if it's a common spot. They already know that in the back of their mind. They're not thinking it at the time because they've cleared this angle out so many times. So that is why they are professionals, obviously. And you'll see a lot of the times in professional level games, the crosshair is so good, you might just be like, oh, I could have hit that shot too, and I'm nowhere near professional level. Why is that? But really, they're setting themselves up in this situation for such an easy kill that it makes it look easy for anyone watching. Pre-aiming is also something that you should definitely work on if you're playing Valorant and you want to be better at just having better crosshair placement. For example, right here in middle, I know if I peek out while having my crosshair on the wall still, with only using my D and A key, if I just hit my D key right away, I know my crosshair is just right on the thing, and I can use counter strafing by hitting my A key after I shoot a couple shots off. This way, the person behind this wall right here won't even have time to react to me actually peeking out. I won't even have time to react to me shooting the person some of the times. If you are quick enough and you actually just peek out, put a couple of shots just to bait out basically your attention. If someone is closer up, your teammate, and they don't know that, you can shoot a couple of shots off. Maybe this person actually is right here. Your teammate can actually just swing out right after and get this kill. It just basically puts a little bit of pressure on the person playing on the site. So that's one kind of pre-aiming, is just looking at a wall before you actually peek into the angle, and then just swinging out with your D key or your A key depending on which side the wall's on, and shooting one or two shots off. The same thing kind of happens over here in window. This is a different type of pre-aiming, but if you actually know the maps well enough, you can already aim at the spots before you even peek into them. Right here, if I know it's about right here on the door, I'm not 100% sure, I'm not lining it up or anything, it just comes with time. You already know where this height's going to be if you're peeking into this angle. So if anyone's playing here, you're already at a pretty big advantage because you are moving, they're not moving. If you actually want to clear these angles out closer, another kind of pre-aiming is holding close to this wall like I just showed you guys. You can clear these angles out. If anyone's playing these two common spots, obviously you swing these a little bit quicker, but if they're not playing in the common spots, you still have your crosshair in a good spot, basically just to flick over a little bit. and get this free kill. Having tunnel vision is something that a lot of players actually will have in their games. Valorant makes it a lot easier because you can see where your teammates are looking. Obviously, if you look at the radar, you can see the little bit lighter areas are the areas that I'm looking at. But if you have teammates in your games, you can obviously see where they're looking at. But if you look at radar enough, tunnel vision won't be a problem for you. Just in a lot of higher level games, it's something that people just don't work on. And it's just something that can be very beneficial if you actually do work on this, because say I have the spike here, my whole team takes C, and I'm just holding the flank like this. Obviously, I need to get over there as fast as possible, but if I'm waiting for someone, I hear a footstep, and I'm just waiting like this, my team could probably just be yelling at me to come over, and I don't even hear it because I'm just so focused on this person coming through here. So make sure you guys aren't actually tunnel visioning out. There's a ton of different scenarios where people tunnel vision. This is just one case that like will commonly happen in your games. Another case is like if you see two people, you're in a 1v2 situation. Let's just go to the actual A site, for example. If you're in a 1v2 situation and you're coming to retake on the A site and you're a defender, maybe the spike's planted in front of the site and you know someone's right here, they peeked out, shot a couple shots at you. You don't want to just sit here and look at this for the rest of the round. Obviously, you're in a 1v2, you have to look for the other person. So what you can be doing is just putting a wall between you and this person, clearing out this angle, maybe his teammate's here. You get a kill on his teammate, and then you quickly swing out before this person back here even notices. This is another way. Maybe they're tunnel visioning, waiting for you. So kind of just don't get into the pitfall trap of just sitting in one angle, holding this one person, not worrying about the other person, because what this is going to do is they're just going to sit back here, not even peek you, and you're just going to lose the round strictly based off of time. So tunnel visioning is a huge problem, but it's very easy to fix if you guys actually pay attention to it in your games. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below. If you guys want to see more Valorant videos, consider subscribing. And if you guys have any questions, leave those in the comments down below. Otherwise, flaws out.
Yeah, cause I got it like that. Flow so smooth like I got it on tap. Yeah, and I'ma say it be a good night while I'm on my Yingling, while I'm drinking Bud Light. Can you get it when you miss me? Like I'm with whiskey, drinking Jim Beam. Yeah, baby, do you do it that way? Do you do that? Do you take a break?